Over the last few days, we've been doing a lot of raccoon trapping and we've been successful at it. So I'm gonna take a little bit right now and actually show you all my different gear that I take whenever I'm raccoon trapping. So for a long time, this right here was my raccoon trapping bucket. First thing, we're gonna start with bait. I just got it in an old salsa jar, but it's got a big lid so it's easy to fill up. I can sprinkle some out as much as I need, just like that. It's pretty controllable. And then on the inside, I have dog food. Dog food or cat food. And if I have to choose, which I do, I choose the smaller pellets, okay? They're not the bigger pellets, and I'll tell you a little bit more about why I do that later. But just standard dog food, some of that same dog food I had in there last year. And since dog food don't rot or anything, it's fine. The raccoons love it, never heard one complain. Next up in my trapping bucket, I got a little bit of fish oil there, or crayfish oil, just something that smells. That's nice. But on the inside, we have dog-proof traps, and if I'm raccoon trapping, this is what I'm using 90% of the time. I'll show you my other trap right here in a second, but for now, these are dog proofs. Specific brand, I never really paid that much attention to them. They all work exactly the same. But one thing I had to do is actually modify the traps to stake them down the way I like. When you buy a dog proof trap, it only comes with this. So it's this swivel, the chain, and the dog proof. And they expect you to take a big hammer and a stake and stake it down in the ground to actually hold the raccoon. Or they expect you to rig something up with cable or something like that, wire on your own, which works, but you got to put a lot more time into it. And as you can see with this one, it's kind of starting to rust a little bit, and it's got a lot of pokey ends on it. That's not my favorite whenever I got to reach down in the bucket and hope I don't get stabbed pulling one out. But anyways, I just got a bucket full of traps. All of them have their own little wire harness that I had to make. And also in there, in case I did get in a weird spot, I had some big wire in case I needed to tie it off. And that was my old system, but I've been changing it a little bit. Just this year, we came out with the KG raccoon trapping kit because I know that's possible. I know raccoon trapping's awesome. It's super fun, especially if you're just getting started into trapping. But to ask someone who's just getting started in trapping or just wants something easy, to have to go out, buy your own cable, build your own ferrules, cut them, blacksmith them down, all that kind of stuff. I had to sit in the basement. I was sitting there hammering. It's crazy. To build all these, that's a lot to ask. And as for me, I don't really want to carry around a hammer and stakes for raccoon trapping because you're usually doing it in the woods. There's usually trees everywhere, and trees are great stakes. Like, they will hold a raccoon forever. So this year, we came out with a kit, and in the kit, it comes with 2 dog-proof traps. Nothing really that special, just standard raccoon traps, but down here is where it gets special. Instead of having to figure out your own way to attach it to a tree, we went ahead and attached an extra loop chain anchor. And let me go show you how it works, and you'll see how it works. Let's go find a tree. Over here's some trees. Sweet. There's a raccoon we caught yesterday. That's cool. All right, so somewhere on the trail or somewhere near the bait site, wherever you're trapping raccoons, I like to find a tree about like this, a little bit bigger than your wrist, but come on, check out how this works. On addition to the trap itself, it's got extra chain and extra swivel, extra chain and extra swivel, and then a really heavy-duty quick link on the end. And it's made a special length so that I can come in here to a tree like this, wrap it around the tree, and then clip it into itself. And so there, we just wrapped it around that tree. Not only is the raccoon locked in, it's not going anywhere, but it still has all these other swivels so that it can actually fight the tree and do whatever it wants to and not hurt itself. Basically, the whole thing that I spent time in the basement hammering down and getting poked with those cable wraps. Whenever we built these kits, I just went ahead and built that in. And not only that, but now you have a lot of flexibility, whether you want a tree this size or even bigger if you need, because this will slide all the way out to here if you need to meet that need. But then if you don't, it'll go ahead and cinch all the way up through the chain, which will last forever, especially with the paint job. I'm really excited about this, and it's been working great. It's quick to take apart and easy. Boom, you're taking it off, you're done, you're ready to move on to the next location. And speaking of the quick link, another thing I'll keep in the kit now is going to be just a small adjustable wrench to work on this right here. Probably won't need it for a while, but after a couple years use, snow, ice, mud, it may be nice to get that and crank it open if it gets locked up, but should be good there. Let's move on. I'll show you what's else in the kit, because I tried to make this kit all the things you need and nothing that you don't, and conveniently, that's just what I'm going to carry trapping, whether it's a kit or not. So I still got the dog-proof trap. I've added on the loop chain anchor. I also carry this. This is a dog-proof set tool. And with a dog-proof trap, I can set these with my hands pretty easy. But say you've gone all day, or maybe you can't. That's whenever this set tool comes in, brings leverage. So You work it in there, right in that groove, put the dog right in there. You can also carry a little 2x4 in the woods with you in case it's super swampy, wet, or soft. That we can have something good to base off of. We're gonna push it on down, get it in with the trigger. And there, your dog proof is set. If it's been a long day or your hands are tired or something, it's nice to have the tool just in case. Or in the case that somehow you get yourself stuck, it'll be nice to have something with leverage. You can actually do it with one hand. 2 traps, 2 chain stakes, the set tool, and then I've also got a little bottle of fish oil. It's the same stuff as in this bigger bottle, but in the kit we made, we have this smaller bottle. And honestly, this bottle right here has done me, we're on year 3 and I'm halfway through it. So it's not like you use a ton of it. And this is fine because it won't go bad. But if you're not looking to carry around that all the time, we do include a smaller bottle. So that's nice too. But all I'm saying is that the kit that we've made is the same thing as this, just the user experience is easier. We just tried to make it as simple and easy as possible. Now as for bait, I'm still gonna carry around the salsa thing and just put in dog food because that works great. But that's usually what I'm running 90% of the time. Now let's talk about the cage trap. This is the cage trap I use. It's a Duke. So you know in a lot of the traps, this style right here that you can get like Tractor Supply a lot of places, those are good. They work great, but after a while, they start to get broke down. And say you catch 4 or 5 big raccoons in it, it's gonna start to wear down kind of fast because every raccoon's gonna pull on it. They're gonna try to bend some stuff and they're not the heaviest duty. If I'm going for a cage trap, this is the one I go with and it's a Duke. You can see the door looks completely different. And instead of a spring that throws the door down, this one actually works on gravity. There's no springs at all. It's got these 2 steel loops that fall down with gravity, and that right there is the lock. So to set it, you pull this up, you're gonna raise the door. It sets with just this little trigger over here. Whenever something steps on it, it just drops it, these fall, boom, it ain't getting out. So there's no springs, but this is all really heavy duty and there's not that many parts that can go wrong. And the only disadvantage I've found to this trap is that if it's not on uneven ground or dogs find the raccoon before you do, I've had it happen to where it gets tipped, there's no springs so the door flies over. That's only happened to me like once, but I wasn't happy when it did. But as for raccoons breaking out of the other style, I've had that happen like 6 or 7 times. And I ain't happy about that either, plus the traps broke at that point. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but that's my raccoon trap and loadout. If you are interested in the kit, we tried to make it as simple as possible. You can click the first link in the description. Comes with 2 dog-proof traps, 2 pre-installed loop chain kits, 4 ounces of fish oil, which lasts you a long time, the trap set tool, and also a little Jesus. That's what I've been trapping all my coons with, so probably work. If you want to watch how to trap raccoons, click right over here, or right over here for how to dispatch an animal once you got him in the trap.